Good evening and welcome to the Chrissy B show. On today's show, we'll be exploring some of the different ways people express themselves and the consequences of when it's done in a negative way. Tattoos and piercings are examples of expression and image. They're expensive and painful for most, so why do more and more people get addicted to them? My guests tonight are Natalie Eldonasori, a makeup artist who also does some dramatic makeup, and Shelley Yaboa, who expressed herself in some rather questionable ways in the past, including walking around half naked. We also have our regular Friday guest, Lisa Marie, to share her fashion tips, and our weekly makeup tip by Flavia Leal from the US. But first, let's go to this video showing some of the most tattooed and pierced people in the world. Now, if you're a bit squeamish, you might want to look away for the first part, and then you can watch the second part, which is an interview with the tattoo artist and parlor owner as well, discussing why people get tattoos in the first place. So let's go to this video.
Tattoos, ear piercings, implants, modification. Why do people modify and tattoo themselves when it is not only imaginably extremely painful, but financially costly too? Here are some of the most well-known modified people in the world. Rick, whose aim is to appear as a zombie. So far, more than 24 hours worth of tattoos, costing him over 4,075 Canadian dollars. Dennis Avner, aka Catman. He has undergone extensive surgery, tattoos, implants, teeth filing and shaping. Julia, aka Illustrated Lady, was born with a condition that causes her skin to blister regularly and scar. She used tattoos to cover this up. After 10 years, she made it into a Guinness record as worldwide most tattooed woman. Tom Leopard, 73 years old, has £5,500 worth of leopard spot tattoos covering his body. Eric Sprague, known as the Lizard Man, was one of the first people to have a split tongue. The winner in multi-layer tattooing is Lucky Diamond Rich, who has taken 1,000 hours having his body modified. The Guinness World Records most pierced woman, Elaine Davidson. In 2002, she had 462 piercings, with 192 on her face alone. In 2005, there were 3,950 reported at the Edinburgh Festival. Etienne is covered head to toe in tattoos. He also has silicone implants and 2.7-inch rings in each earlobe and plexiglass piercings through the nose and bottom lip. Here you can see this unknown Brazilian man has some heavy tentacle suction cup implants. These are some of the most extreme examples of tattoos and modifications ever known. But the world is filled with everyday people visiting tattoo parlours as just a standard routine. So, why do people do this? Here I am outside Southgate Inc., about to go and speak to a guy called Seth, who's been doing tattoos for about 10 years, and talk to him about why he thinks people get them in the first place.
Hi, I'm Seth. I've been a tattooist for now 10 years. Big in the game. People just like to mark themselves, innit? So things, what happen in their life, it's one of the questions, innit? Why do you get a tattoo? It could be a nice thing, it could be a bad thing, innit? It depends. You just have to look at me and see, innit? I'm covered in tattoos. It's just an addictive thing, innit? I'm addicted to the pain. It's like, it's relaxing for me. I get tattoos because I just enjoy getting a tattoo.
Why do you think you're addicted to the pain?
Because of the art. Just the art, look at the art, I love the art. It's just stories of my life, innit? Like paths I've been through and stuff. When I look at it, it just reminds me of certain things of my life, you know? So it's a nice thing, it's a nice feeling. I've got good things as well. I've got my children on my leg. These are my kids. Like my daughters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like my son, that's my latest son I've got there. But they keep me strong and they keep me happy. When I look at my kids, it keeps me very strong. It just keeps me going, innit?
So is it equal, the things you've got on there, you've got as many bad times marked as good times?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. But I've got more good than bad.
So you see there, one of the gentlemen saying that he's addicted to tattoos. What do you think about people with lots and lots of tattoos and piercing? Is it just fashion? Is it self-expression? Or is it something negative? Now, the issue that I have with tattoos is, what if you change your mind? Or if you break up, like, for example, with a girlfriend that you've got tattooed all over your back or something, and what happens when you're old and wrinkly? How's it going to look then? So those are the kind of issues that I kind of think about. And we've got a few emails from people as well. We've got one from George, and he's saying, I think one of the reasons why some people get tattoos is to remember someone special or something special or even something sad. For some, it's a way of saying that they have pledged their lives to something, may it be a football team, cause, cult, animal, and so on. Okay, and then we've got, just get a couple more here. And we live in a society where most people follow the norm. However, there are those that like to be different. And there is nothing that is more different or causes more shock than extreme tattoos or piercings. Whether it's done as an act of rebellion to release pent-up emotions from the past or to exert control over what arguably is the one thing that is in our complete control, which is our body. Extreme piercings and tattoos, in my opinion, is only carried out by those who are ready to be on public display and perhaps in public scrutiny all their lives. So we do have a few more emails to read for you later as well. If you want to comment, you can do so on chris@chrissybshow.tv. And if you want more information about this show, you can visit chrissybshow.tv. But first, let's introduce our first guest, which is Natalie Eldana. Sorry, I nearly got it right. Never mind. That was kind of right, wasn't it?
It was right.
Eldana.
Yes,
Okay, so exotic.
Right. Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So Natalie, you're a makeup artist. Can you tell us a bit about how you got into that and what kind of work you do?
Yeah, as a child, I've always been very expressive. So I've always wanted to express myself either musically or through art or dance. When I finished school, I went to college and done a dance course. And then when I finished that, I wanted to get into a more artistic groove. Yeah. So I went to college and studied makeup artistry for 2 years. And then from there, I just took it. I became a freelance makeup artist and started working individually and independently.
Okay, so what kind of clients do you get? Do you get all sorts of people?
Usually I work with photographers, models, and a lot of people within the TV and music industry, music videos. Usually get bookings from theme shoots that photographers want to do for their own portfolios and such.
Okay, so we've actually got a video of some work that you did for, was it, can you talk us through the music video? What was it?
Yeah, I've recently done a music video for a new UK rap artist. She's called Baby Blue. The song is called Target. It's actually out on YouTube at the moment, and it's basically the theme for the actual music video was a sci-fi theme, and they wanted me to do a full body avatar look.
Okay, so let's take a look at this video first before we carry on.
I'm up and out my spaceship. Sometimes I feel like I'm in my own world. I just wanna fly, and I'll hit the target, hit the target. I'm Ray, nice to meet ya. But a lot of people call me blue, not ivy, but I poison like ether. Straight from the brain to your speaker, I reach ya, and I'm gonna fly straight till I ball like alopecia. No matter what gender, I smoke MCs like they were shisha. I'm up and down my spaceship. Sometimes I feel like I'm in my own world. I just wanna fly.
Okay, so I was just asking you just now, so you did all that, the whole makeup look, the whole body?
Yeah, it was a full body art look. Yeah. It took me about 2.5 hours to do the whole body.
That's not too bad actually, that's quite quick.
It's quite quick,
quite
yeah.
good.
Because I'm quite experienced in doing it, it didn't take me that long, but usually it would take a bit longer than that. Okay. I had to retouch in between takes because they were taking photos of her on the floor, and obviously it would be rubbing off, so I had to retouch that at some times.
Do you kind of ever think when people come to you, that's a bit weird what you're asking for, or do you think it's just...
No, I actually really prefer work like that.
It's challenging for you,
It
right?
is. Yeah. It's very challenging, and it's quite expressive. It allows me to get, dirty hands, and it allows me to do the whole body and really get into the detail.
I can just imagine you as a child with paint and stuff just splashing walls and you were like that.
I used to love painting when I was little.
Yeah. So. Okay. So tell us about some of the other kind of makeup you do, because I think we've got a couple of pictures to show, if we can bring those up. And you can maybe talk us through some of the makeup looks, because you do like the more conventional makeup
I do,
looks.
yeah. My profession runs from doing high fashion to editorial work or more creative things like I recently done a UV body painting shoot. The photos that are up at the moment are editorial or glamour makeup.
So, yeah.
And I might have some painting pictures that might come up as well. This is more editorial work that I done for a themed photo shoot with some photographers that I work with. This is the UV body painting that I done for a photographer.
Do people ever ask for this kind of stuff just to go out on a night out?
Not usually, not for a night out. Usually for club events, someone might hire me to do some graffiti body art or some fake tattoos on people while they're out clubbing. It kind of encourages people because they feel like they're in the same clan as everyone else that's getting it done. It's quite fun and creative, and it gets people in a fun, bubbly mood.
Do you ever think, like for example, the extreme tattooing and like the piercings, like when people have piercings everywhere, do you think that can ever be destructive for people?
I think it can, once it becomes overboard. I mean, I know people that have extensive tattoos, but they're very happy people. And I know some people that use it to express themselves, or if something's happened in their lives, they want to imprint it on their skin so that they can show people or remember a time in their lives where that thing had happened to them. For me, I don't like the very extensive look. I think that's for certain people that have dedicated their lives to that look. And usually it's, people that are tattoo artists themselves and they practice on themselves, or it is an art form to them, so they like to express it on their body.
I mean, I've got an email here from Simone, and she's got some quite strong views about tattoos, and I hope it's not going to offend anyone, but anyway, if it does, you can have your say as well. You can give us a call on 020 7686 6300, or you can email as well, chris@chrissybshow.tv. She's saying, I'm not going to read all of it because it's quite long. She says, everyone I've met with a tattoo and asked, did you like the pain, have said yes. So I think tattooing is an artistic way of self-harming. Okay. But I also think that tattooing is a way of being creative. It's a way that you can express who you are, how you feel, and what you like on your own body. But as for me, I would never get a tattoo, even though I've seen really nice ones, because I just can't put my body through that pain. And then she says at the end about piercings, I'm all in for the ear piercings, but 20 going up your ear is a bit ridiculous and very unattractive. Piercing has just turned crazy for me and is making people, especially young people, unemployable, good point, and look stupid. Okay, that's a matter of opinion. I really, really don't like it. Okay, so thanks, Simone, for your views on that. So, and what do you think about the way people express themselves in London through tattoos and makeup and all that kind of stuff?
Sometimes if it's being used positively, I think it's a very good thing. Sometimes it can be negative. Some people can get negative connotations printed on their body, like skull and crossbones, or very dark images. I tend to not like those images. I prefer positive things.
They look scary.
They do look scary, but I think it's down to the individual, really, with the experiences that you've had in your life, what you want to express on your body, and if you're not hurting anybody, and you're just, you're doing it to yourself at the end of the day, you have the freedom to do that. It's your body.
Okay, Natalie, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to go to a quick break. Do you agree with Natalie, or do you think that tattoos and piercings and all the other sort of more expressive ways of expressing yourself, that's one of the wrong words to use, it maybe is taken a bit too far? You can give us a call, 020 7686 6300. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back, and before we speak to our next guest, Shelley Liboa, let's take a look at another more placid way that people express themselves. Joanna and Barbara went to a place called the O3 Gallery in Oxford, and let's see what they got up to.
Here we are outside the O3 Gallery in Oxford, about to go inside and check out their latest exhibition. So let's go, Joanna.
gallery started just over 6 years ago when Oxford Prison was redeveloped into Oxford Castle Quarter, which is what it is now, and that's a mixture of restaurants, visitor attraction and the gallery here, which is the O3. So all of it is the original prison building, and this space used to be the old sort of activity room for the prisoners, which I think is quite appropriate as it's now an art gallery. This exhibition is a very mixed show, so it's different artists and different media. So we have painters, we have installation artists, we have video makers and photographers. We're standing just in front of the gallery's installation, which is our Mad Hatter's Tea Party installation. Everything's for sale. It's a really lovely sort of mismatch of gifts and which are inspired by Alice in Wonderland. So we start the exhibition with Adriana Pelliano, who is actually based in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and she uses Tenniel's original illustrations. So the first publishing of the book was illustrated by a guy called John Tenniel. They're out of copyright now, so artists can use them as they like. This is a photograph. Oh, right. It's a big print up, but it is photography. The artist is called Elena Callis, and she's based in the Bahamas. Her photography, I think, is influenced by the second book, so Alice Through the Looking Glass, which you can see here very much, and again up there. So what I think is so interesting about this work is it's a really fun, modern take on the Alice imagery. This is a performative installation. That means a collection of objects which have been sourced and put together very intricately by the artist. At the back you can see that we have different records of the Alice in Wonderland story, which are put onto the record players and then set off at different times, so you get this incredible soundscape of the story being told amidst these retro and vintage children's toys. I think possibly these might be my favourite. Alice is a grown woman. She has caught the white rabbit, which of course never happens in the story, and in a way I think she is determining her own fate within Wonderland.
So how can people find out more information about different exhibitions you've got going on in this gallery?
You need to go to our website, which is www.o3gallery.co.uk, and it has all of our future exhibitions listed up until the end of the year, as well as events, because it's a really cool space and we try to make the most of that in terms of gigs and artist talks and other cool things. So have a look on and see what's coming up.
Okay, thank you very much, Barbara and Joanne. And I didn't catch the lady's name. Did you catch her name?
No.
I'm really bad. Anyway, we have here with us Shelley Yaboa. Welcome to the show, Shelley.
Thank you.
So you've come to speak about the ways that you expressed yourself, but in a negative way, because obviously, like, everyone's has their own way of expressing themselves. And I think, you know, as I said before, if you want to stand out, for example, I think a really good way of standing out is actually through your personality rather than, you know, because sometimes people get so many piercings and tattoos and they think that that's the way they're going to stand out. They do stand out, but then what about what's on the inside as well? And if you really want to get noticed, I think just by sort of being kind to people, being different, I think that gets you noticed more probably when people get to know you than all the other stuff. Because once people see the outside, they're not shocked anymore. They're not like, am I talking too much? Sorry, let me give you a chance to talk, Shelley. All right. What do you think of the extreme tattoos and piercings?
As the previous guest said, people express themselves through tattoos. Some people say that they express the pain that they feel inside by doing tattoos all over their body. I almost don't agree with that, because it's like the pain that you feel inside and the pain that you feel on your skin is a complete, I think they're two different pains. So I don't agree with people tattooing themselves because of what they feel inside.
It doesn't solve the problem, does it? Because if you do have issues inside and you've been through trauma and stuff like that, putting stuff on your skin isn't going to help. I know, like, people, for example, that do self-harm, coming back to what Simone said, I've heard people say that when they cut themselves and stuff like that, it's like they feel like they're releasing the pain inside, but just while they're cutting themselves. But when they stop, it's all still there. So it doesn't help.
And cutting yourself, you're gonna look back to that scar, and you're gonna remember the reason why you have that scar. So technically, it's making things worse.
Yeah, it is. So it's true. But if you are sort of piercing yourself and tattooing yourself because of past hurts and stuff like that, you know, where is it going to end? Has it really solved the internal issues that you have? And if you are still going through stuff, why don't you try and talk to someone about it or get some help? And if you want information about that, you can email me on chris@chrissybshow.tv. Now, Shelley, back to your story now. So you've come from quite a rough past, haven't you?
Yes.
Tell us some of the destructive ways that you used to express yourself.
I used to express myself by, first of all, making sure that my appearance was loud. So I'm talking big hair, crazy nails, loads of different colours.
Okay, there's a picture there of you.
Yeah, that's the big hair. As you said earlier, half naked as well. I used to make sure I showed as much of my body as possible.
Why was that? Was that because you were proud of your body? Or was it because of, were you sad inside? What was going on?
I would say a bit of both. I knew that at the time I was really slim and I was shaped all right. So, you know, I wanted to show off my body. But at the same time, because, I don't know, inside of me, I was just a bit sad. I didn't believe in myself. So I thought that showing off my body, showing off myself was what was going to make me get the attention that I was seeking. But
would you say you were a shy person?
No. I wasn't shy whatsoever. Okay. I was loud.
You know, because I know I've heard some shy people, like they're very, you know, like they're very sort of timid and stuff. So they do things like that to try and kind of show a different side of them. Yeah. Or they drink, for example. They only drink so they can...
That's exactly what I was going to get to now.
Yeah,
I used to drink on a day-to-day basis, and I used to smoke a lot of cannabis as well on a normal day. And when you drink and you smoke, you come out of the reality. You don't...
Is that when you weren't shy at all?
Basically.
But when you were off the stuff, how were you?
I was inside of my house, so I couldn't really show who I was. But at home, I was, you know, always crying, depressed, and the list goes on. But when I was outside, I was loud. That's one word I can use to describe myself, loud. I was, you know, everyone knew I was around, everybody saw me, everybody knew me. Like, I just made sure that everyone knew that Shelley was around, regardless of the surrounding. I never used to take into consideration.
What was causing all of that?
To be honest, at the time, at first, when I was young, I wanted to just follow the crowd. I saw other people doing it, so I wanted to try it. But then there was things like me being used by guys and being abused verbally, emotionally by people, and the list goes on.
Why, because of the way you were dressing and going out? Or
do you know what? At first, I used to get picked on. People used to call me ugly and things like that. A lot. People used to pick on me a lot. So that's why I wanted to really, you know, have the weave, lots of hair, my eyelashes used to be long to only wherever, like it was terrible.
Just describes it, yeah.
Like,
it's not funny, but it's just the way you describe it.
The way I could, like, I think I can't really describe how I used to look. The pictures are little. The pictures that I have here are nothing.
You couldn't bring on the ones that that really show how it was.
There was I have some really terrible pictures of how I used to look. You know, the way I would go to clubs, and also I wanted to dress older, so that I can get into the older clubs. Because at the time I was a party girl. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was out in the raves, in parties as much as possible. And yeah.
Who was Shelley at home when no one else was around?
At home, I was depressed. Like, I wanted attention. From the beginning, from the get-go, I just wanted attention. But it's like I was going the wrong way about it. And there was a point where I actually wanted respect from people around me. I wanted to be respected. But it's like I thought that dressing half naked and behaving rudely and doing certain things,
you used to bully people as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. That was the result. Like when I was in primary school, I was picked on and told how ugly I was. And then from then, secondary school, I used that time to bully people.
Do you think you're ugly now?
No, not at all.
I don't think you are. I think you're lovely.
Thank you. Not to be vain, but you know.
No, it's good to be confident.
Yeah, I don't.
Because look, you did all that before, and the way you used to go, you weren't like ashamed to do that because you were hurting inside. But you know, now that you've changed, how have you changed, by the way?
Yeah, I have completely.
Okay, how did you get help?
I started to attend a youth group, which was, I was attending college at the time, and a young guy approached me and invited me to his youth group. You know, he's telling me it's a motivational youth group where, you know, they help young people who are facing any type of problems, and the list goes on. And at the time, to be honest, I didn't think that I was a person that needed help. I thought that I was just living life, you know. You know, there's this phrase
Even
now.
though you were sad and depressed inside?
Yeah.
You thought that was normal?
Yeah, I thought that's, you know, I never knew that I could get help, you know. Obviously, I knew of psychiatrists and therapists and all those people, but to me, I didn't think that I was so messed up. I didn't think I didn't think I was that crazy to need to go to a psychiatrist or whatever. So I started to attend the youth group, and every day I was going and I started to receive help. People, young people that went through almost the same thing that I'd went through. They were able to come out of it. People that were on the streets, you know, doing loads of things, in robberies, and the list goes on. They were able to come out of it, and I thought, okay, if they can do it, so I can as well. So I was speaking to people, receiving help from people, and yeah, I was able to.
When you
come
say
out of
speaking to people, like, because I think part of the problem with many people is that they don't talk to someone, and that's they internalize everything, and that's when certain behavior starts to happen.
Yeah.
But like I said, you know, there's expressing yourself and being positive about it, but then there's the other extreme where you're actually hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Through different means. Sometimes it's an addiction, sometimes alcohol, it's drugs, it's cutting yourself, all sorts of things. So it was very important for you to actually open up and speak to someone, because like I've said on previous shows, sometimes the person thinks they are alone, that there's nothing, no one understands them, no one knows what they're going through. And that's why they keep it to themselves. But when you actually meet people that are going through the same thing and are, you know, changing their life around, or you've met people that have been through it and they've come out on top, that's great, and that's what kind of encourages you to open up and say, okay, I need help as well. And there's nothing wrong, like I keep saying on the show, there's nothing wrong with admitting that you're having a hard time, because you know you can get help for it. You don't have to keep living with it. Why live with it? Life's so short. Why live with bad stuff in your life?
Yeah, it's true. I actually expressed myself in all the ways that you actually just said. So I think when I was invited to the youth group, I had reached a point of desperation. I was actually desperate. I needed to do something.
How do you express yourself nowadays?
I smile. I don't
and that smile's genuine, I can tell.
Yeah, I don't need to smoke. I don't need to drink alcohol. I don't need to pretend to be.
So you're off the cannabis now?
Off completely. It's been like almost 3 years now. I don't need to drink alcohol. I don't need any of those things. I can just be myself. I'm just open.
Are you happy with yourself?
Yeah, 100%.
Great. Okay, that's so inspirational. Thank you so much, Shelley.
It's all right.
So also after the break, we're going to have Lisa Marie joining us with her weekly fashion tips. And also we'll have our makeup tip from Flavia Lau in the US. But don't forget, if you want to give your opinion as well about this topic that we're speaking about tonight, you can call 020-7686-6300. If you don't want to speak on air, you just want to leave a message there with one of our team there, and we can contact you later. You can do that as well, because I know some people are a bit funny about speaking live on air. But join us after this break. Welcome back to the Chrissy B Show, where we're speaking all about self-expression. But first of all, before we speak to Lisa Marie, let's go to Flavia Lau with her makeup tip.
Hi everybody, today's tip will be on how to do a beauty makeup for you to go to work, makeup for the day, and to get that look, I'll be using 3 colors, which is a light peach pink with some shine, because my eye is a little bit, if you look at me from the side, my eyes are a little bit deep. So it's good if you have deep eyes, it's good to use light colors with a little bit of shine on. So I'll be using that light color, nude color, and shine brown and black. So I'll be using these 3 colors. I'll start with the darkest color. These are the brushes that I'll be using. You can use similar brushes or you can use just one brush. I could do the whole thing with just that one or with just that one. So you use what you have. And I'll start with that one, the bigger one, to apply the first eyeshadow, the lighter one. So I will use that color on the entire lid, and that will light up my eye, will bring light to it, will bring my eye forward, and it's a good color. It's very light, and I can use on the entire lid. If you're using color, don't apply the color from your lash until your eyebrow. Don't cover the whole area if it's darker. But a lighter color, that's fine. So that will be my base color. I will just apply mascara, and mascara makes a huge difference. So don't go out without mascara, because even if you don't have any makeup on, if you wear mascara, it will make a huge difference. So I hope I have helped you with this tip, and I see you next week. I hope you like it. And again, if you want to know more about me, you can email me and I will be very glad to answer your questions.
Thank you, Flavia. And now let's join, no, you're going to join us. Yeah. Lisa Marie on the sofa, hello.
Hi.
I think I need my dinner.
No problem, it's all right.
So how are you, Lisa?
I'm good, thank you. Enjoying at least the okay weather it's been today.
Yeah, it's been lovely, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And you're going to be telling us about what today? Actually, first tell us about what you think about tattoos and piercings, extreme tattoos and piercings.
Not a fan. I mean, I saw the video where the guy had like the pictures of his children on his legs, and as far as I'm concerned, he's got the real thing right there. Does he need to look at his legs every time he wants to?
It's just quite hard to see that part of your legs.
I don't even look at the back. And I know some people say, because I know I've got some family that they love tattoos. I'm just not a fan. Like if they put the date of birth of like their mum and stuff like that on their arm or something, and I just like, no, I think you know the date of birth. You really don't need that.
Maybe if you've got a bad memory, it's not a bad thing.
Phones these days do everything for you. Pen and paper. I'm just not a fan. I just think that there's other ways to express yourself that are not so permanent, because if you do make a mistake, and we've seen it with celebrities, they break up.
Tattoo artist makes a mistake.
They break up with. Did you not see there was a woman for the Olympics? She got Olympics 2012 tattooed on her leg, and they spelled Olympics wrong.
Oh no.
They spelled it, I think, OLI. So that's permanent. She's got it wrong. And then there was another one, Britney Spears. She went to some Japanese person for them to put something on their arm in Japanese letters, and then found out afterwards actually they spelt the wrong thing. It's just,
oh gosh.
Don't do
See what I mean?
Don't do it. Not a fan.
All right. So tell us about the fashion tips.
Today, one of the fashion trends that's continuing from spring, summer, straight through to autumn, winter is the tribal trend. So what I've done today is I've shown how we actually can wear it, and then I've also done one for plus size and for the mature lady as well. So what's on the screen right now is an example of the tribal trend. So we've got
that bag in the corner.
That bag is fabulous in the corner, and it's actually it's a pre-season goodie, so it's not even got a price yet. It's actually from ASOS.
Does that mean it's free?
I doubt it. With that kind of sequins on it. It's just a preview of what's actually coming up for their range. So you can go on their website probably in the next couple of weeks and it should be up. The jumpsuit, fab, is from Dorothy Perkins, £45. The shoes are from River Island at £65. The earrings are from Topshop there. They're just like the gold, mini gold discs are slung onto that big disc. That is, they're £14. And the set of bracelets are £8.99 from New Look. Jumpsuits are one as well that everybody can wear. It's not just for younger people. Jumpsuits go right through the ages. It's just about what people have the confidence to actually wear. A style like that, which is quite fitted and tailored obviously down the leg, is not for absolutely everybody. But if that's not your body type, so your body shape is not right for that one, go for one with a bit of a wider leg so it kind of skims over any of the problem areas but still looks great.
I think they look really stylish, these jumpsuits.
I think they're fab. Really nice. I love jumpsuits. I have a couple of them. I think they're great because you can get them casual, straight through to like evening wear. I say go and get yourself one. So our next look is for the maturer lady. So this dress is £45 from Wallace, because this look can be worn by absolutely everybody. So with this one,
I think younger teenagers could wear something like that, do you think?
It is. It's for everybody. Wallace is obviously aimed at an older customer, but it can be for absolutely everyone. So this fab dress, it's an empire line style, so it's going to be hitting you at the right point there on the waist, just under the bust.
I love going out to dinner wearing dresses like that because you've got room for expansion.
There you go.
So it's great if you like to eat.
It's fantastic.
Like me.
So it skims over any problem bellies, any problem hips, thighs, whatever. It's going to skim over those and hit them at the right bit. If I can get the picture back up. So we've got that gorgeous clutch. It's a Hessian clutch. £12.99 from New Look. So fab. The necklace is a tribal style there. It's £14 from Dorothy Perkins. The shoes are £19.99 from New Look, and it's not too high of a heel. And because it's got a platform,
because of the platform, don't
it's got a platform there as well, so you're not being too high. And for those people that don't like tops with their arms, that's why I've included the cardi there. So that one just
why are women so obsessed with their arms, by the way? So I think we have to do a whole show on that.
It is, but there's also quick fixes for it. You know, everyone
wants someone doing the chicken stuff in the back.
That is one of the banes of all women's life. It is that kind of bingo wing area.
Do you know what though? Sorry to go off the point now, because I've seen even some of the athletes that we were watching the Olympics, they had it as well. So I think it's just a thing that you can't really
sometimes
because even if you do your weights and everything, you're still gonna have a flappy bit. So just accept it and just
some things.
Show your arms.
Just natural. And the thing is, we make such more of a bigger deal of it than actually anyone else
does. Even notice. People notice stuff. If you keep saying, I don't like my arms, I don't like my arms, I don't like my arms, that's when people are going to start looking at your arms. If you don't say anything, they're not going to notice.
And if you want to do something about it, there are some exercises you can do to tone up some of those areas. It's just under here, it's the hardest.
I've tried, it doesn't work.
I'll show you, I'll tell you. Okay, so our next look is for a plus size lady. So the top, that's £15 from Evans. Evans go up to like, I think it's a size 32, 34. So it's showing that it doesn't matter what size you are, you can rock this trend as well. The trousers are from Dorothy Perkins. They're $29.50, and Dorothy Perkins go up to a size 22. For those people who are like, oh, I'm still not about, you know, don't like showing off my bum still a little bit. So that jacket, it's a longer line jacket from Dorothy Perkins, and that's £39. And then we've got the fab shoes to bring a nice bit of colour into this look. They're £25 from Barrett's. And again, because I know not everyone knows a skyscraper heel like I do, so it's a medium.
Have you seen heels today?
I have. I've got big heels on today. I don't know if
I think I've got pretty high heels today as well, yeah. Okay.
And the necklace was from New Look at $6.99, and the bracelet there to tie it all in, $5.99 from New Look. So this trend, the tribal trend, it is for everybody. It doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your size, doesn't matter whatever your body shape is. Everyone can do it. It's just about having the confidence to wear it. So if you're not that confident, taking something like a top like this, putting a longer line cardigan over it or something like that, just to hide some of the bits that you're not so confident with, this is the way to kind of take it forward with all this and all.
Do you know what? There's so many like lovely clothes nowadays, because I remember when I was very overweight, there really weren't any nice clothes out there, and that used to make me feel even worse because I couldn't dress up and look nice, or I thought I couldn't at the time, because the clothes are really horrible.
But what has been good is that a lot of stores, especially people like Dorothy Perkins, and that is one that's good for across the ages as well, because they've really come out of like their kind of, they were just more for older women. They didn't seem to do much fashion forward clothes, but in the past like 5-7 years, they've really come to the forefront, and they do go up to a size 22 as well. Places like Evans, they have like massive advertising campaigns with some great plus size models nowadays, because the average UK woman's size is a 14 to 16. So
do you know, we seriously, we're going to do a show about this, because I've had very strong views about it, because you know, no matter what your size, you can still look beautiful. And I know, okay, even if you're not happy with your size at the moment, if you are like maybe you're very overweight, you consider yourself very overweight and you want to lose some weight, but you can still make the most of your looks now. Like I see, there's some lovely clothes you can wear. You can do your best with your makeup as well and still look gorgeous, and that actually will give you confidence in the first place. Because I know a lot of like friends, and how I was in the past, I was so like depressed about my size that I just didn't bother with anything, not my hair, not my makeup, nothing. And obviously that made me feel worse.
It does. Sometimes it can be, you could be having the worst day, but if you actually take a little bit of time to do something with your appearance, then you will start to feel confident. Exactly. I always think that it's a person, if you've got a great outfit on, for me it's a pair of heels, but if you've got on, that whole nice thing going on, other people notice it too, and it's about having confidence in yourself.
It doesn't matter what your size, there's some ladies that, they're the over the average size in the UK or wherever, and they're happy with that. I think as long as you're healthy, you're getting your blood pressure checked and everything like that, making sure you're okay. What's the problem? What is the problem? But we are going to do a show about it.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be there. Lots of fashion for real women.
All right, Lisa, thank you so much. You're going away soon, aren't you? Where are you going?
I can't wait. I'm going to St. Lucia for a friend's wedding. Sorry to make everyone jealous out there.
So you're not going to be with us for, how was it, 1 week you're going to be away?
It's just 1 week that I'm going to be away, then I'm back. So for the week after.
Okay, we're going to miss you though, but you let us know before, yeah?
Don't worry,
we'll something else for the show. Okay, well, we have finished for today, I'm afraid. But we are going to, what day is it today? I always forget, it's Friday, right?
Friday.
So we are going to have our show obviously back on Monday. And I have forgotten the show again. If we can get that going a bit faster, please. Let's see what the show Monday is. Nope, it's not there yet. Okay, let me just give you the email address for now. Chris@ChrissyBShow. There it is. Monday's show will be about keeping healthy and in top form. So be sure to join us then. And we'll leave you for now with a funny video. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye for now. Nom 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 nom.